What if the magnesium glycinate you swallow every night never actually reaches your cells? Millions of seniors across the country are doing exactly what health channels told them to do. They pop a magnesium pill before bed, hoping for deeper sleep, calmer nerves, and steadier blood pressure. And yet nearly half of older adults in the United States still fall short of the daily magnesium their bodies need. Research from leading universities consistently shows the same disappointing result. Something is missing. Something is blocking the mineral before it ever gets the chance to work. And what you eat right before you take that pill could be the single biggest reason your supplement is failing you. Tonight, that ends. This is not another opinion piece cobbled together from internet rumors. This conversation is built on decades of peer-reviewed science. Researchers at medical centers around the world have studied how magnesium moves through the human body. The National Institutes of Health publishes a comprehensive fact sheet on this mineral, updated regularly with the latest clinical findings. Major teaching hospitals have measured how much magnesium actually gets absorbed from different foods and supplements. Their conclusion is both surprising and frustrating. The form, the timing, and the surrounding meal matter enormously. Most people who take magnesium glycinate are doing it in a way that researchers say renders it nearly useless. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why and how to fix it in less than a week. Here is what science says is happening inside your body when you take magnesium the wrong way. Imagine your small intestine as a busy train station packed with commuters trying to push through a single turnstile. Magnesium is one of those commuters. To reach your bloodstream, it needs an open lane. But when you swallow your magnesium glycinate immediately after a large bowl of oatmeal, a helping of spinach, a square of dark chocolate, or a glass of milk, something unfortunate happens. Those foods contain compounds called phytates, oxalates, and high amounts of calcium. In your gut, these compounds act like glue. They latch onto magnesium and form solid clumps your body cannot absorb. The mineral that cost you $15 a month ends up flushed down the toilet the next morning. Think of it like watering a rose bush with a garden hose that has a kink in it. The water is there. The plant is thirsty, but the kink stops the flow. This is exactly what happens when phytates from whole grains meet magnesium in your digestive tract. Studies reviewed in journals of nutritional science have shown that consuming high phytate foods at the same moment as magnesium supplements can cut absorption by measurable amounts. Some laboratory tests show changes ranging from 20 to 40% in how much mineral actually reaches the bloodstream. Now add caffeine to that same hour. Coffee and black tea contain tannins and polyphenols that bind minerals tightly. Compounds found in tea can pull minerals out of solution before they ever reach the cells that need them. So that morning coffee, that afternoon green tea, that evening glass of wine, each of these everyday moments quietly steals a share of the magnesium you just paid for, and then there is the timing within your own daily rhythm. Your gut does not absorb magnesium in one big wave. It uses limited transport pathways, almost like 4 toll booths on a highway. Stuff 1,000 milligrams into a single bedtime pill, and your body quietly pushes most of it through unused. Split that amount into smaller doses across the day, and a far higher percentage reaches your cells. Clinical research on magnesium diglycinate, published in peer-reviewed nutrition journals, demonstrated that this chelated form is absorbed in part through a special dipeptide pathway in the intestine, meaning timing and stomach environment still matter enormously. Even the highest quality glycinate on the shelf will struggle to perform if you swallow it inside a meal full of competing minerals. If this is already making sense, please tap the subscribe button right now. Drop a comment below telling me what country you are watching from. We are building a worldwide family of wellness seekers who care about real results, not hype. Stick around, because the 3-stage fix coming up next has changed how thousands of people take their daily magnesium. The hidden truth that most mainstream health advice overlooks is this: magnesium glycinate can be a remarkable tool. It just has to arrive at the right place at the right time. When it does, the body responds quickly. Magnesium is the fourth most abundant mineral in your body. It sits inside more than 300 enzyme systems. It is the spark plug that helps convert the food you eat into usable energy. It keeps your heart rhythm steady, your nerves calm, your muscles relaxed, and your blood sugar balanced. A landmark review published in a major nutrition research journal noted that magnesium is essential for energy production, oxidative phosphorylation, glycolysis, and the structural development of bone. Another study highlighted in medical literature pointed out its irreplaceable role in nerve transmission and blood pressure regulation. Older adults in particular lose magnesium faster through the kidneys and absorb less through the gut, which makes the strategic timing of every single dose even more important as the years go by. And here is what most people do not realize. Magnesium glycinate, when formulated correctly, is one of the most bioavailable forms available. Instead of forcing the mineral to dissolve in a hostile stomach environment, this form wraps magnesium in two molecules of the amino acid glycine. The combo glides through your intestinal wall using a dipeptide transport pathway, much like a passenger using a fast-track lane at the airport. Compared to magnesium oxide, which research shows the human body absorbs at only about 4%, magnesium glycinate is absorbed at several times that rate. That is why so many clinicians recommend it for sleep, anxiety, and muscle cramps. But the supplement industry has been quietly complicated by another problem. Many products labeled magnesium glycinate are actually buffered with magnesium oxide. Manufacturers add the cheaper oxide to bulk up the elemental magnesium number printed on the front of the bottle, making the product look stronger than it really is. Investigative testing of supplements sold on major retail platforms has revealed that a significant share of glycinate products contain undisclosed oxide. This means the consumer thinks they are buying a premium, fully chelated mineral, when in reality they are swallowing a diluted blend with absorption rates much closer to oxide. The elemental magnesium weight printed on a true, fully chelated bisglycinate capsule usually falls between 10 and 14% of the total capsule weight. BAFF blends that secretly include oxide often tip much higher than that, sometimes reaching 18 or even 20%. This single number is the easiest way to spot a label trick before you ever open the bottle. The fact that two otherwise identical bottles, sitting side by side on the shelf at the same store, can deliver genuinely different amounts of usable magnesium is one of the most quietly underreported problems in the wellness aisle today. The overlooked wisdom is simple. A non-buffered, fully chelated magnesium bisglycinate, taken at the right time of day and away from binding foods, gives your body the chance to use almost every milligram you paid for. Stage 1. The empty stomach window. The first stage is creating a clear window in your digestive tract, away from the foods that trap magnesium. This is the part almost everyone skips. You finish dinner, rinse your dishes, and right before bed you pop your magnesium pill. There is just one problem. Dinner usually included some of the very foods that block magnesium absorption. When your magnesium arrives in a stomach still full of whole grain bread, leafy greens like spinach, beans, almonds, pumpkin seeds, or that small square of dark chocolate you saved for dessert, it enters a chemical traffic jam. Phytates are natural compounds found in seeds, grains, legumes, and nuts. Oxalates are concentrated in spinach, beet greens, Swiss chard, and even dark chocolate. And calcium, which your body also needs, competes with magnesium for the same absorption pathways. A peer-reviewed study on mineral bioavailability explained it perfectly. When magnesium and high-calcium foods share the same digestion window, both minerals compete, and the body absorbs less of each. So here is stage 1. Take your magnesium glycinate either on a genuinely empty stomach or at least 90 minutes after one of those high-binding meals. If you cannot wait that long, choose a neutral, gentle snack. A small portion of plain white rice or a slice of plain toast works because it does not contain the same mineral-binding compounds. This single adjustment begins to change how much of your supplement actually reaches your bloodstream. A 71-year-old retired librarian had been taking magnesium for years without relief. She finally tried this approach and told her daughter she slept through the night for the first time in months, stage 2, the hydration and stomach acid boost. The second stage focuses on preparing your gut to receive the mineral. Magnesium is water-soluble, which means it travels through your body, riding a thin layer of moisture. If your gut is dry, this travel slows dramatically. Think of magnesium as a paper boat sailing down a stream. If the stream has just a trickle of water, the boat stalls. If the stream flows well, the boat glides smoothly. This is why drinking a glass of room temperature water 30 to 40 minutes before taking your supplement helps. Not ice-cold water, which can briefly slow digestion, but comfortably cool liquid. Specialists writing in clinical reviews have pointed out that older adults often walk around mildly dehydrated without realizing it, because the thirst signal weakens with age. Mild dehydration alone can contribute to restless legs, evening tension, and trouble falling asleep, the very symptoms people try to fix with magnesium in the first place. Stomach acid matters too. Magnesium needs an acidic environment to dissolve properly into absorbable ions. As we age, stomach acid often declines. Signs of low stomach acid include bloating after meals, frequent burping, and that heavy feeling in the chest after eating. Geriatric specialists have noted that older adults frequently show reduced hydrochloric acid output, which can impair mineral absorption. A simple trick is to take one of your daily doses with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar mixed in water. The mild acid helps break the magnesium loose from its bound form so your gut can grab it. Wellness practitioners writing in peer-reviewed nutrition journals mention vinegar and lemon water as gentle ways to support stomach acidity without the side effects of stronger supplements. A 68-year-old retired school teacher reported that adding a splash of lemon to her morning water before her magnesium dose stopped the afternoon leg cramps that had plagued her for a decade. Stage 3. Splitting the dose and stacking smartly. The third stage is the easiest to apply and often produces the most dramatic change. Stop taking your entire daily dose in one sitting. Researchers studying mineral absorption have observed that the intestine has a limited number of transport carriers for magnesium at any given time. When you dump 500 milligrams at once, only so much can ride the carrier. The rest passes through. Spread that same amount across 2 or 3 smaller doses during the day, and you dramatically increase how much actually gets absorbed. Think of it like loading a moving truck. If you throw everything in at once, things spill out the back. If you make several organized trips, the truck carries nearly all of it. Timing matters too. If you take magnesium glycinate for sleep, keep one smaller dose for 30 minutes before bed. The glycine portion is calming on its own and works gently with your sleep cycle. If you are dealing with muscle cramps or heart palpitations, mid-morning and mid-afternoon doses on an empty-ish stomach tend to work best. Pair your magnesium with adequate vitamin D because published research shows magnesium needs vitamin D to do many of its jobs in your cells. A peer-reviewed paper exploring the magnesium and vitamin D relationship suggested that inadequate vitamin D can blunt the effects of even well-absorbed magnesium. Magnesium also supports the enzymes that activate vitamin D in your liver and kidneys, so the two nutrients form a quiet partnership. A 64-year-old retired firefighter had been waking at 3 a.m. with chest tightness for 2 years. After splitting his dose, hydrating beforehand, and moving it away from his evening dairy snack, the tightness faded within 6 weeks. This is the power of method over product. Before you change anything, please hear this clearly. Magnesium glycinate is generally well tolerated by most healthy adults, but it is not for everyone. If you have kidney disease or reduced kidney function, magnesium clearance can slow dangerously, leading to a buildup of magnesium in your blood. According to the National Institutes of Health Office of Dietary Supplements, this buildup can cause low blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, muscle weakness, and in severe cases, serious complications. Anyone with known kidney issues should speak with a healthcare provider before starting any magnesium supplement. People taking certain prescription medications need to space their magnesium carefully. The NIH fact sheet outlines that magnesium can reduce the absorption of bisphosphonate drugs used for osteoporosis, such as alendronate. Magnesium forms insoluble complexes with tetracycline antibiotics like doxycycline and with quinolone antibiotics like ciprofloxacin. Loop and thiazide diuretics can increase urinary loss of magnesium, depleting your stores even as you supplement. Proton pump inhibitors taken long-term for reflux are also associated with low magnesium levels. The tolerable upper intake level for magnesium from supplements alone is 350 milligrams per day for healthy adults, as set by the Institute of Medicine and adopted by the NIH. This number excludes magnesium obtained from food, which has no such upper limit for people with healthy kidneys. Going above the upper limit from supplements can cause diarrhea, abdominal cramping, nausea, and in extreme cases, electrolyte imbalance. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should always consult their physician before using magnesium glycinate, even though small amounts from food remain safer. Older adults on multiple medications, particularly those managing reflux, blood pressure, or osteoporosis, should review magnesium with their prescribing clinician to avoid silent interactions. If you experience persistent diarrhea, severe stomach cramping, a fluttering heartbeat, or unusual lethargy after starting magnesium, stop the supplement and contact your healthcare provider. These are signs your body is not tolerating the dose or the form. Now let us put this all together into a simple, repeatable plan you can start tomorrow morning. Step 1. Pick a true non-buffered magnesium bisglycinate. Look at the elemental magnesium content on the label. True bisglycinate typically falls between 10 and 14% elemental magnesium by weight. If the label claims more than that, it almost certainly contains magnesium oxide. Independent supplement testing programs reviewed by health journalists consistently flag products with inflated elemental magnesium numbers. Choose a brand that discloses its chelation process and lists magnesium bisglycinate as the sole magnesium source. Step 2. Decide your daily target based on your age and sex. Adult men generally benefit from 400 to 420 milligrams per day from all sources combined. Adult women generally benefit from 310 to 320 milligrams. Remember, you get magnesium from food too, so your supplement does not need to provide the full amount. Step 3. Split your supplement into 2 or 3 doses. Take 1 dose mid-morning, at least 30 minutes after any breakfast containing high phytate foods. Take another dose mid-afternoon. If you are using magnesium for sleep, reserve a smaller evening dose, between 100 and 200 milligrams, taken 90 minutes after your last meal and 30 minutes before bed. Step 4. Hydrate first. Drink a glass of room temperature water 30 minutes before each dose. Consider squeezing a little lemon into one of those glasses to gently support stomach acidity. Step 5. Track your response. Keep a simple journal on the kitchen counter. Write down the time you took each dose, what you ate nearby, your sleep quality, any muscle cramps, your afternoon energy, and your overall mood. Most healthy adults begin noticing subtle changes within 3 to 7 days, with deeper benefits appearing within 4 to 12 weeks. Step 6. Continue eating magnesium-rich foods. Pumpkin seeds, cooked spinach in moderation, almonds, black beans, avocado, dark chocolate in small amounts, and fatty fish all add to your daily total. Combining food sources with a well-timed supplement creates the kind of steady, gentle replenishment your body responds to best. One last tip. Schedule a routine blood pressure and blood sugar check with your clinician after 6 to 8 weeks. These two numbers often move alongside magnesium status, and you will see your own progress on paper. So let us pull this all together. The mineral itself is not the problem. Magnesium glycinate is one of the most studied, most bioavailable, and most trusted forms available. The mistake was never your pill. The mistake was the moment you took it. Move it away from those binding meals. Hydrate first, split the dose, choose a fully chelated non-buffered product, and give your body the 4 to 12 weeks it deserves to respond. This is accessible, this is evidence-based, and this is something you can begin tonight without spending another $1. If this video helped you rethink your magnesium routine, type yes in the comments below. Smash the like button, share it with a friend who keeps complaining about restless sleep, and subscribe for more research-backed wellness wisdom. Remember, knowledge is only powerful when you use it, and your cells are waiting.